Hello and welcome to Lesson 2 of Science. Today we are going to be talking about the life cycle of a star. Now, a star in the sky is not alive like you and me and animals. Stars do not breathe because they're not people or animals, and stars don't need water to live like plants. But we say life cycle because a star has many forms. There are 5 stages of a star from beginning to end. It forms and dies. Today we are looking at those 5 stages of the life cycle of a star. Stars are formed in clouds of gas and dust. Nuclear reactions at the center of the star create the bright light that we can see from Earth. There are 5 stages of a star's life cycle. 5 stages. That's what we're learning today. We're going to watch this video that shows a star forming. Nuclear reactions are what is happening here with chemicals coming together and mixing and getting very hot and getting smaller and smaller and pushed close together. That's what we see in a star. Let's find it. All right, the swirling part is the clouds of gas and dust. We're watching nuclear reactions or chemicals and gases in the star forming and mixing and becoming one big, very hot ball of gas. Ta-da! It's a star! It's crazy. The life cycle of a star. These are the 5 stages. First, stellar nebula. Second, average star. Next, red giant. Then, planetary nebula. Last, white dwarf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 stages of a star. Let's look at each of them one by one and see what they all mean. First, stellar nebula. First, a star begins in a giant cloud of dust called a stellar nebula. As gravity pushes the dust together, it gets hot and creates a star. So all of this is being pulled into the center. All around this dust and gas is being pulled and pressed together. It's getting very hot and it's creating a star. Second, the stellar nebula becomes an average star. The star burns gas and grows bigger in size. This is the longest part. This is the average star. This is a long part of the star's life. The sun is an average star. When you see stars, a lot of the time they are average stars. This is what the sun looks like, and it has been an average star the whole time the Earth has existed. It provides light and heat and other things we need. Next, when the star is big, it becomes a red giant. When the star gets too big, it will begin to collapse and break into small pieces. On the last slide, we saw that the average star was kind of small. Now we see it's getting bigger and bigger. It's growing, and it's going to get too big and start to break. Then the star breaks apart and becomes a planetary nebula. This looks similar to when a star was formed with dust-like pieces. So instead of gas and dust going in, now it's going from the center out. The pieces are going out from the center. Last, the white dwarf eventually fades and stops giving off light. In this stage, a star dies. Here we see the white dwarf. It is a very small light that will get smaller and smaller, and you will not be able to see the light anymore. When you cannot see the light, the star is dead. This is the last of 5 stages of a star. Let's review the life cycle of a star. First, stellar nebula. All the gases and pieces are going in. Second, average star. The sun is an average star. This is the longest stage of the life cycle. Next, red giant. This is the average star growing bigger and bigger until it breaks. Then, the planetary nebula. In the first stage, we saw everything going in to the middle. Now, everything is going out in the 4th stage. All the pieces are floating away. Last, white dwarf. This is the very small last part of the star. It is a little bright, and soon you will not be able to see it. That will mean the star has died. Now you are going to go and fill out some questions and your exit ticket. In the exit ticket, you will be writing a 5-sentence paragraph telling me the life cycle of a star. You will use your sequencing words to write the paragraph. First, second, next, then last. You will see each of these pictures in a different order. You will have to remember which order all of these stages go in. I know you can do it. I can't wait to see how great you do.